Hello, Ectosage on the Sage channel, and today we're going to go ahead and crash this ship, or at least crash a few things into it. The way I'm actually going to crash the ship itself, though, isn't going to be getting in it and piloting it, because it moves so slow, it'll take probably 10 to 20 minutes for me just to barely run into something. But I'm going to copy it, get it moving by swinging it about, even if it has a terrible frame rate. Let's make sure it's lined up pretty well with something. I think that would, yeah, I would definitely hit that asteroid if we released it like that. So, and then basically what I'm going to do is swing it and click. And there we go. It's on its way now. 6 frames per second and all. And of course this is because the game is an alpha and there's not a lot of optimization going on as far as I can tell. And we're about to get an impact. Actually, I would have expected it by now. Don't tell me I missed. Oh dear. Looks like I might have missed. Let's hope it hits something else. Oh, there we go. There's a small impact on the bottom. Some more stuff up there. Looks like it impacted there about at the same time it impacted there. Now the whole thing's being flung about. Of course, because the game is attempting to... Oh, wow, look at the engines firing along the bottom there for a second. That's pretty awesome. Because the game is in earlier states, as the game is trying to calculate where everything's moving, my character actually starts to move slower. All the physics objects and everything, including the character, slow down, so it gets a bit harder to catch up with it. You can see the bottom there, where it hit, it's tilting sort of around that point now. Oop, not sure if you hear a phone in the background, just ignore that. In no small part because of the fact that it's also impacted up there. And you see now it's actually torn all the way through the ship down there. Let's try to get around to the other side and take a look at what damage might have happened up there. Alright, so now I've actually cut ahead about 2 to 3 minutes, and I just thought it was a bit interesting if you look down at the bottom there, how you can see now that the asteroid didn't just sort of push through at a vertical slice, it's actually sort of ripped through the side. We got some damage way down there from this other asteroid, and now I'm finally starting to get up here. I'm accelerating so slowly because the game's trying to calculate everything, and obviously something's glitched here where it's apparently stuck inside this asteroid and it's just exploding constantly, so we're having a bit of trouble with that. But as we fly up into here, you can see that this was a pretty good impact. Obviously it would depressurize the whole cathedral. Like I've said before, the cathedral isn't really a warship or anything. It's meant to be a peaceful place, so you wouldn't expect it to really be attacked by anything. Yeah, you can see some damage down there. You wouldn't expect anybody to attack it, and it would probably mostly stay in actually safe space. It probably wouldn't be going anywhere into dangerous areas or into asteroid fields where it would find itself colliding with anything. Alright, I'm going to delete this now and go throw some guillotines at the non-damaged model. Okay, I finally got into this bloody thing. I actually reloaded because I was moving so very slowly. And I actually made a duplicate of this, which has nothing inside, or all the power shut off. And I'm actually going to just start throwing that one at the Cathedral of the Stars after I've crashed this one into it. Let's see if we can get a good hit here. Rotating around. You can see I've added a few more gyros to it, just 2 more. But it helps a fair bit, because this ship is actually quite light compared to a lot of other things, like the big huge monstrosity of a ship it's crashing into. And you can see we're making some good progress into it right now, pushing our way through it. Engines are all firing, our power usage is still good. We're slowly ripping into it. If only I could set up more cameras and record from actually the inside of this huge ship to see what it actually looks like when this massive thing is pushing into it. If I rotate the camera around here, there you go, you can see how ridiculous that looks. Sort of reminds me, considering how flat the sides of the cathedral are, of when a Star Destroyer crashed into the Death Star during, I believe it was episode 6. Oh yeah, there we go, we're getting so, oh, and we just hit something and bumped up a bit. I really probably should have backed this up and gotten a good running start and to press into it, but I'm about to get a lot of speed hits with the other guillotine while I just copy and paste it and start throwing it into it. That'll be really good. That's actually, because we seem to be actually crumbling on impact with most of the windows and stuff, and not actually reaching into the ship very much. I might actually just start tossing the other ones at it really soon, because those really tear through it. Oh, but hold up. Oh no, we're definitely moving into it now. There we go. We just took a hit down onto the bottom. You see some pieces way down below falling out of the ship. Those are those little just particle effects basically that are being pulled out by the gravity generators, and they disappear after a second. I don't see any real pieces of wreckage floating away currently. Again, it looks like we're hitting the side and just blowing up a bit, though. How do we look on this side? Oh, you see, that's what's happening. The ship is actually rotating up and hitting more of the sidewall. So if I try to aim us downwards from this view, you can see it. We're actually starting to move in different ways, where the ship's getting snagged more and getting pushed up more. Maybe if I try to do W, S, and aim down? Seems like the second I do S... Oh, wait, no, not W and S. Just W and C is what I want to do. There we go. Nothing. We still seem to be aiming up farther, even though I'm trying to aim us down. Maybe a rotation? We're still doing some funk here, but you can see we've torn open a huge area of the cathedral. There's a bunch of floating stuff just inside there, if you look at it. And actually now, I think... Oh, wait, no, our course is changing a bit. We're getting a bit better into there. Not quite as fast as I'd like, though. Let's just hop out of this and start fleeing the other ones at it, because I think those will go a lot faster. Because this doesn't seem to be making as much... Oh, whoa, nope, so we're suddenly moving. We're suddenly really starting to move. And I've spurged the camera out, because I was trying to turn the ship. Oh wow, we actually made some serious damage right then and there. Again, the ship is getting, the way it's colliding, it's getting pushed upwards, so yet once again we're hitting the sidewalls, and that's taking out a lot of stuff. I think that's about all we're going to be able to really destroy with this, because soon we're going to lose reactors and everything in the... Oh wow. We're actually clipping through it a bit, and then it's counting the collisions, so we're getting these almost explosions as we're passing through it. We might actually have some serious explosions once the engines hit. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work, but you can see... Oh, whoa! Yeah, you can see some weird stuff going on here because the ship is clipping through the larger ship. Let's actually get out of this now, if I can. I've pressed T, but nothing seems to be working. Again, there we go. Okay, pressed it again. You see some weird stuff going on in here. I'm trying to fly away right now, but I seem to be snagged. Okay, we're moving, but of course we're moving super slow because of all the collisions it's trying to calculate. If we can just get out it. Here, there we go. We can take a look at what this looks like. Huge amount of damage. This place would be completely unusable, of course. Hopefully this place would have been empty if something terrible as this happened. You see there's still some collision points happening. It's starting to recalculate up. It'll probably, yeah, you can see there, it passed through all of this without it calculating because it was overwhelmed. But as this huge ship slows up, now that it's inside, it's like, oh, okay, now we can calculate the collisions. And wherever it is connecting, now it's just calculating out these collisions. I'm going to really quickly fly out there and then start throwing the unpowered ships at it, and we'll see what that does. Alrighty, I think we're close enough now, so I'm going to do Control-C on this. And now that I got this, I should be able to. This is actually going to be a funky angle, but I do this and... Oh, this and... There we go, that's a good fling. And of course, its power's off, so it's not going to slow up, and it should just impact at whatever speed it was being flung at when I released it. And there we go, you can tell it's good speed. And nice impact, sort of counted as a huge explosion. But now it's flung the whole top piece down towards it. Oh, you can just see it impacting up the whole thing. Let's get another one in here. What do you say? Do another Control-V, and we'll throw this one like a big... just flat piece of pizza, I guess, at it. Oh, that one's moving pretty slow. What if we get another one, try to fling it even faster while that one's going? There we go. So that's a nice impact there, as it's chewing its way down the whole side of it, creating huge explosions, slowing up the whole game, frame rate and response. Oh, that one actually impacted with the original guillotine. Oh wow, and you can see a huge impact over there as the whole engine section of that third one I threw, or second or third, I can't even remember anyone, it just goes up in smoke, annihilating the front of the cathedral ship. Look at all that. It reminds me of the crashing of some big spaceships. What was the one I'm thinking of? In the first Men in Black, when that big saucer crashes near the end, and the way it just created smoke flying out from it, or smoke, it was dirt, but still... Damn, that big one, though, when it hit that, it somehow managed to be reflected over the whole thing and sort of miss. It's collided with the other one, causing complete and utter chaos up there. Let's toss another one. Let's try to toss it like this. Any luck with that? If I can then... Yeah, it's sort of the same thing as before. I wish there was a way to actually rotate these while you're pacing, but none of the normal rotate keys actually do anything with them. Because, of course, they're not naturally lined up to... anything. It could use a rotation on the ship, though. That would be pretty nice. And you see, somehow that one's actually... Oh, it's because it's colliding with the... It somehow was colliding with the piece I'm actually holding, strangely enough. Let's try another one like that. Oh boy. Oh, here it comes down. Jesus. My god, it is beautiful, isn't it? All the chaos, these big things floating about. And now you can see, because we've impacted on the front part so much, oh, another explosion over there, that this whole ship is starting to spin the other way. And I think, can I actually do this? Yes, I can. We can toss one up from down here. If I can just get the speed, and I think that'll miss. Yeah, I think that's probably going to miss, but we can get another one and not miss. Oh, that's going to hit near the edge of it. Good impact there. It's actually gotten somehow pulled back into it. It's cutting through it pretty damn well, actually. I think it might even end up nicking the other one. I think they might barely miss. We might be alright on that. Nope, they're definitely going to hit, I think. Yep, they hit, which caused this to fling back up away from it. Let's throw another one like this now. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, there we go. That'll be a really nice hit. Oh, you can see there on the top left, it clipped through it and then realized and then counted it all as impacting at the same time. You see more clipping through. If it registers any second now, it's going to do a chaotic amount of damage. You can see some being registered there. Oh, it's registering. It's registering and murdering my frame rate. But it's totally destroying that ship. Oh, dear Lord God. Look at it go. And now it's sort of stuck in the middle. It's still moving through it without registering a bit, but I don't know, any second now it might register that and tear it open more. You can see the whole engine section that runs across the big ship is torn up like crazy. Dang. Now this thing here, I think that might actually be the original ship that we had driven into it. Sort of now starting to free float. There's tons and tons of bits of guillotines everywhere. Oh, the original model actually just took impact. The one without power that we just had there and we used as a copy source has just taken some damage. Dang. Oh, this thing got torn up quick. Let's do another fling like this. That one I actually miss. Let's try that one more time. Maybe like this, and then... Oh, that'll be good. That should be very good. They might actually clip... Oh no, it's impacted already. I thought they were going to end up clipping through each other, but nope, that was a damn good hit. Oh wow, that took out a huge section up there. Is that actually taken out, or is it just not fully registering the new blocks that should be in? Wow, my frame rate is disappearing down to the zero there for a second. Jesus Christ, that is amazing. Oh, I think it actually severed part of the ship, possibly. Up there, it looks like part might be free floating away from everything else. Damn, that last hit, look how much damage that did. It went from all the way from right there up to the top corner there. Or I guess bottom corner, since we're looking at this upside down compared to the way it's actually supposed to be seen. Actually, that we're moving at, what is this, 13, we could actually even fling something at our speed plus whatever speed I just released that at. That should be a good impact over there. Oh wow, it might actually miss. Oh no, that's not going to be a miss after all. Oh, it actually hit the other piece, and indeed that is the first piece because you see its engines are on. Oh wow, and that's doing some wonderful chaotic damage there. As this thing's being flung around, it's also trying to correct itself, and I think it's just making the situation worse. And that huge piece just hit down there. Oh, I love that big explosion. Just shooting off. Jesus, that is something else. That is something else. Now I'm actually having a hell of a hard time catching this thing the way I wanted to because it's moving. That thing I just hit is going to cause it to spin even more. But as we fly over it now, though, we can get a glimpse of what used to be the front of the cathedral. On the little pedestal area there, you can see one of the beacons that still remains. That's actually about it. The whole front windows are gone, annihilated, ripped out down there. Whole bottom area there is just missing. That would actually, I think, yeah, that includes the bridge. The little tiny bridge that was under that thing is gone. Wow, this is the most devastated ship I think I've seen yet. My god, talk about a space graveyard. And all the little bits. Yeah, there's part of it. Oh my god. Wow, that's beautiful, ain't it? Wow. So, there it is, destroyed. That looks amazing. I'd love to be able to find a huge wreck like that. It looks so big, you wouldn't even be able to tell what it was originally, probably at first sight. You'd be like, was this a city ship or something? Oh, man. Damn. That's awesome. Anyway, thanks a bunch, guys, for watching. If you want to download this ship or anything else, it is now up on my Steam Workshop. And just again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you guys later.